Housing prices are plunging. Who would have thunk that? That and let's see, California insurance market rattled by wildfires. We're talking about that insurance today in a little bit. What the Department of Insurance is saying and how might help. And then mortgage rates might hit 8% and what that means to us. Let's get moving. Today is August 21st. Sorry, there we go. And right now we just want to talk about the quick numbers out there across the 10 counties of the Bay Area. Oh, Vito, what are you doing here? There's one wrong number, and I'll owe that to you next week. I can guarantee you it's not that. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. All right, so wow, these numbers. There were no homes closed last week. I don't see that. Let's see. Hang on a second. There we go. The closes last week are kind of suspect here. They're very suspect. Yeah, let's take a look at this here. Anyway, let's just talk about really what's going on. We went over 23,000 homes last week. That's huge. That was over 500 houses that sold. Typically, we're selling about 700 to 800 homes a week in the 10 counties, which is a lot. Now, this is just single family homes, right? Doesn't mean anything other than 473. Oh, the numbers were inverted. That's what happened. 777. There we go. We'll fix that up. But the numbers are there. The numbers are coming back strong. Our sales prices are coming back strong outside of San Francisco, of course, because San Francisco is just kind of a hard place to live right now, hard place to be. People are deciding to move out in droves, and that's what's going on. Period. If you look at Contra Costa, we're doing really healthy. We're doing really well in Alameda and Santa Clara. 500-foot view, we're at 98% of where we were last year. We're almost at 100%. As a matter of fact, I think San Mateo is last week we reached over 100%. All right, let's talk about the news a little bit. San Francisco home prices plunge. And this is just median prices, right? Now, this might seem concerning, all things considered. This is the median price 3-month average. The red is median price, and then the 3-month average is coming down as well. I want to show you that I did the same thing here for Santa Clara County. In case you live in Santa Clara County, you might be concerned. The prices aren't plunging here. They're just not. This is the same chart, just the same data set, just Santa Clara County versus San Francisco County. So you see the massive dump. It's mostly because people are just getting out of San Francisco. They don't want to live there anymore. And it has nothing to do with politics. It has everything to do with, I want to work at home. I don't want to work in a city. I want a larger place to live. And that was the story that we had going on over here for a very long time. So if you look at downtown San Jose, if you look at downtown Oakland or Seattle or St. Louis or Tampa, you're seeing people are moving out of condos and moving into single family homes because they want more room because they are working in their house. That's kind of normal. San Francisco's got to change their focus and what's going on over there. We'll get to that in a second. Let's go back to insurance companies. 2 insurance companies. Now, this is back in June, so we've known this for quite a while. This has been an issue for quite a while. The problem is Again, it's not political, it's the way the government acts. This is the way we've always done it mentality of the government. And it's not just the California government, it's not just the United States government, it's the local jurisdictions, it's everything. It's just that's the way we've done it. And then you say, well, we're changing things. Well, we're not changing things to the better. We're not taking care of our forest land. We're not taking care of our wild lands as we should. And we're supposed to be doing controlled burning and all this other stuff. I know we have the droughts going on, but it's not just California. I can tell you that for a fact. I know Oregon's having issues. Colorado's having issues. Louisiana's having issues of all places. I think I saw it in here earlier. We know Florida is having issues. It's the same thing because they have the hurricanes. And by the way, to all those affected in the hurricane that we're seeing right now, Hurricane Hillary, our hearts and minds go out to you, our prayers, everything. We hope you make it through. I know it's not super bad, but it is bad in certain situations. And in Baja California, we've had one person killed from the hurricane. So we don't want any more of that. I know a lot of us are making light of it. Not us, I haven't, because I think it's serious. I do know that we need the rain, but we need whatever. What happens if you get canceled? Well, actually, you're not allowed to be canceled right now. There's a moratorium on any non-renewals, unless you've been like abusing or you're caught with fraud, which we never, ever think you should do that. But here, the thing is if you're in a high fire zone and you get a letter of non-renewal or you're being canceled or what have you, you have to go to this site right here, and the links are down below. Make sure you take a look at it. And if you know people that are affected by it, please send them the blog. It's right there for you to take a look at and how you can get access to help for it. Now, I sell a lot of houses in the hills. And I can tell you that pretty much no insurance carrier is going to touch any of the houses up there in the hills. So we're looking at is anything on septic is kind of an indicator. If you're in septic, your insurance is going to cost a lot more, period. On top of 8% rates, on top of this, on top of that. This is a transitional phase, right? This is like the same mindset that if you're going to buy a house, if you have to buy a house, this is the time to buy a house, go buy a house. You're going to pay a lot more, but when things kind of shake out, you can change carriers or change your mortgage, refinance, and get it down a little bit more. We have a state fund. What's it called? That you can pay into in case there are no private insurance carriers. There is a publicly owned insurance corporate company that will take care of your house, and you can get insurance. But understand it's 2 or 3 times more expensive than standard commercial real estate or insurance. Just get that in your head, get that in your mindset. All right, so let's close that out. Mortgage rates might hit 8%. Here's what that means for you. It's going to be a whole lot more expensive. Period. What's going to happen in my mindset? There's not going to be a freeze. There's always going to be people that are buying and selling houses, right? It makes it a little more fair for buyers. Will the prices come down? It depends on your area. Are you going to be able to negotiate better terms? More than likely. And again, it depends on your area, right? 8%, that's a lot of money. Hey, can you help me out? Mr. Seller, I need help. Can you help pay some points to lower this down? We actually did that. We went from 7.5% down to 4.25% by having the seller pay points. And that's up to your agent to know how to negotiate that, how to work with that, and how to make that work for you as the buyer. Is it fair for the seller? It is when it's time for you to sell. If you're empty nesting, if you're divorcing, if you're being relocated and you don't want to be a landlord, that's what's going on, right? It's just that's how the market is. There's nothing really we can do about it except for learn how to work around it. Are we going to see rates go up? Yes, we already see rates going up. I know this is something that we talk about on Thursdays, but I thought I'd pop this up anyway. Rates are climbing and they're going to continue to climb. They're the highest it's been in 20 years now. And it's all because they're controlling inflation. Some experts say that they don't know what they're doing, that the Federal Reserve don't know what they're doing. Some say that they're doing it because they need to stave off inflation. I have no opinion in that. I'm not an expert in inflation. I'm not an economist. I can just understand it and see how that goes. So there you go. It's going to hurt. Tuck in. Be on the lookout. I am actually scraping the internet right now for potential purchases. So to me, it's a good time for me to buy. I understand that rates are going to go higher, but you might find houses that are on market for a long time and you'll find a motivated seller. This is the time to do it. I've been working on this pros and cons of selling off market. I think I've never been a fan of selling your house off market. I'm going to practice with you just for a few minutes and then I can jump. So if you want to, you very well may jump. So there's pros and cons in selling any which way, right? This is just selling your house off market. What does off market mean? Well, we just recently introduced, I'd say a year and a half, 2 years ago, we introduced something called, it's basically coming soon. And it's members only, we call it, which I don't know why they call it members only, but that's just the way it's called. Basically, it's coming soon. So we put it on the market and we let people do it. And then sometimes you're allowed to do it. Sometimes you're not allowed to show. I don't agree with it because I think it's superseding the market and it produces a vacuum of specific buyers, and it doesn't really allow you to segment or to show off your house to the entire market. And while there's always pros to this, and you're seeing it right now, there's a lot of cons to it. So the pros, right? You only have a couple people that are really, really interested. They've been vetted. They're serious buyers. They're going to come through your house, and it's only one or two instead of a couple hundred, or maybe 20 or 30, right? You don't have to schedule showings and walk your dog and clean up and do the dishes and clean the house. I get it, right? It gets sold really quick. Doesn't even go on market. So very, very quickly, it's 0% or 0 days on market. What does 0 days on market mean to you? Nothing. It doesn't even help you in your ego. It means nothing to you. It means everything to us as an agent. Oh, I sold that house off market in 0 days. And that helps me with my numbers. I don't care about my numbers. I care about making sure you have the best terms and the highest possible price, right? Now, there's not a lot of disruption. We already talked about that. You don't have a lot of people saying, hey, can I see your house at 1:30 today or tomorrow or Saturday? Can we have an open house? It's stressful for 2 or 3 weeks. And if it's marketed right, it's 2 or 3 weeks, right? If you insist on having a high price, your house isn't going to sell, and you're going to have to go through this for 2 or 3 months and think that I'm the idiot. And, it is what it is. Yes, there's a lot less stress. And if you're not into stress, I completely understand that, right? You don't have to worry about cleaning. You don't have to worry about moving your pets somewhere. You don't have to worry about everything. And there's one offer to contend with. Now, here's my negative to that. You don't really know what the market really has to offer. You don't go through a bidding system. You don't go through the entire market. You're not putting it out to thousands of people and letting people come through and put offers on. And you don't get it into the bidding process, which allows you to go up and up and get that extra 2, 3, 5, 10%. As a good negotiator, that's my job, is to get you that extra 2, 3, 4%, maybe 10%, sometimes 20, depending on the market and how we price it and how we market it, right? So the cons, there's hundreds of buyers that won't see your house, right? Your house will be sold in a week or 2 or 3. Sometimes right now we're on 20 days or so average on market. There's a lot of disruption in your life, right? It's selling a house is a very personal pain in the butt for a lot of people. They don't like it. You have to walk your dog. You have to clean the house, make sure it doesn't smell like pets, make sure it doesn't smell like fish, make sure, right? There's a lot more stress, not just a little, there's a lot more stress. And then you have to clean every day. You have to clean right before the showing, and you have to escape the house before they show up. And sometimes they're late and it's a total pain in the butt. I understand it. But, and then you have to deal with multiple offers, but that's actually a good thing. It's not a con. That should actually be switched around now that I'm thinking about this. On market, you know what your house is really worth at the time, because you know what? I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see your house is worth $1.8 million. I just don't know that. But I do know that if I have 5 or 6 or 7 offers, I can take those 5 or 6 or 7 offers and push them to the breaking the brink where they break. And that's what I say is I break buyers. I break buyers. If I get 7 offers in, I'm going to break 6 of them. I have to push them to the edge until they're like, no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. Stop. I'm going to go find another house. And then we still settle with the one house, with that one offer, and that's your highest price. So when you have off market, you go coming soon, you have a couple people come through, and then you get a really strong offer at 1.8. Well, how do you know your house isn't worth 1.9 or 2 million? So I'm not trying to do this out of hubris or out of ego or out of greed. I'm just telling you that those are the things that you have to think about when you're selling your house off market. And almost every time I get a new house on market or coming soon, right? I have it listed. I don't let people put offers on. Sometimes they ignore me. Sometimes a buyer's agent will ignore me and throw in an offer. I'll go, great, thank you. We have it, and we'll keep it in mind. I'll let you know when our offer due date is, because I want to be able to take that offer and shop it. And yes, I'm going to shop it. It's my job to get you. It's my job to protect you as a fiduciary. I have a fiduciary duty to make sure I get you the best terms and conditions and price for you. That's what you hire me for, not, oh, let's make it easy. And that's the difference between selling off market and not. So, okay, that's that. I'll be practicing this for the next couple of weeks because I think this is important. Okay, let's see. Today we talked about, where am I? Insurance, rates. Wait a second. Insurance rates. San Francisco house prices are plunging, and sales volume is over 23,000. Guys, it's not where we were last year. It's 70% of where we were last year, just about. I think we're in a healthy market. I think it's actually good that we're going to see prices go up to 8, or rates go up to 8. We need to slow down the market a little bit, make it more fair for buyers. Affordability is another thing, and we'll talk about that in the next couple of days. All right. Hey, I'm Vito with Avatano. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there.